As a parent, my first reaction is just, my heart drops in my stomach.
This accident, kids were in here. My employees were in here, and someone could have seriously got hurt.
Wow, after a car crashes into a Fort Wayne daycare right where the kids usually sit, the owner is scrambling to find a temporary space to continue to care for them. Thanks for choosing us tonight at 6. I'm Brien McElhatten.
And I'm Krista Miller. It's a crash that could have had a much worse outcome. But as ABC 21's Corinne Rose explains, it's still impacting not only the families of nearly 40 children, but also the daycare's owner and her employees.
When she got back to this area in here, is when the car came through.
Vicki Gorman is scrambling to find another building for her Kiddy City Ministry daycare. Two cars collided at Pontiac and Weiser Park Avenue Tuesday afternoon with such force that it spun one of them into the room where 10 elementary school kids usually would be. They all happened to be picked up just 20 minutes before.
Kids were in here. My employees were in here, and someone could have seriously got hurt.
Employee Vicki Smith had so much anxiety that children had just been sitting there, she passed out and needed oxygen.
Parents could be without their kids at this time, so like I said, by God, that, that they wasn't here, so, that's a little relief.
Gorman says her landlord is in contact with the insurance company, but knows it could take time for repairs. Meanwhile, she has specific space requirements from the state to continue to provide licensed childcare.
I can't have a home because it has to be zoned. And I have to have a building where I can have an infant room, a toddler room, 3 and 4 year olds, and after school for my after school kids that go to school.
Those rooms all need to have sinks, and the building must have plenty of bathrooms and exits. And Gorman's worried about continuing to pay rent on this building as well as a new one. Allie Sutherland from the Child Care Resource Network says childcares operate on razor-thin margins.
So when something like this happens, you know how much it impacts all the people who work here, Vicki, who works so hard to support the children, and then I think of all those families too. They rely on Vicki for this every day to get to work, to be able to support their families.
She wants to do a GoFundMe page to help Gorman get back on her feet and provide quality childcare. Gorman says until she finds a suitable temporary space, the kids she usually watches are being watched by family members. Corinne Rose, ABC 21.